Your body's beat by the window seat. Little eyes look high up in the blues and stars. I wanna surrender to those cosmic skies, whispering spells about.
Good
Peace and
morning.
blessings. Peace and blessings.
Blessings. Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing? So,
We okay? How
I'm
are you
still out
doing?
with my dog. I'm walking my baby. I'm headed back to the house now. She was running up the street on me.
Oh my goodness, Keisha, you on mute. Hey y'all, welcome to another week of Spreading Love Unapologetically. I am one of your hosts, Tamora Freeman, and we have Miss Keisha in the house.
What's going on? What's going on, family? What's going on? It's good to be here. It's good to have this brother on here. He is a strong, strong black man. He got a lot to say, and so I want y'all to tune in and listen and get with it because this is what our black man should be doing today. So
Yes.
all praises, honor, and glory goes to God. I just thank him for putting him here today. And shout out to God. Shout out to all of my struggling sisters and brothers out there. Keep struggling. Keep striving. You will reach your potential and your goal. Just don't give up. This man right here going to help y'all out.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
That's what I'm talking about. Rush. Well,
Yeah.
I met you as Brother Sincere. So,
Yeah.
Brother Sincere, your title says Rosh El Camino, also known as Brother Sincere. Welcome to the show. Once again, we've had a podcast before together, and I'm so excited. So, I'm going to give you the floor, sir.
Okay. First and foremost, all glory goes to the creator of our own understandings. I'm blessed to be on here. Thank you for such a wonderful intro. Um, and being that you said you met me as Brother Sincere Teach, we can start the story there.
Okay.
So my name is now Rosh Yahsir El Chewy, and my son's name is Yahsir El Messiah Chewy. And the reason that is for he's my first biological child. I have other children, bonus children I've raised since they were children, but my newborn is my first genetic child, and I'm 50. So
Wow.
I have my first child, a son, at 50. And so I changed my name legally so that he and I have the same name. Um, the only difference at the beginning of my name is the title Rosh. Rosh is the Hebraic, Jewish, where when you see Rosh Hashanah, and it means head or God head or the chief of a tribe or the head of a tribe. That's what Rosh stands for. And so I have it set up to where through tradition, when my son gets older and has children, the Rosh will go at the beginning of his name and he'll become the chief. You see, and I'll retire from that position.
That's
You see.
amazing.
So yeah. And so Black fatherhood is something that's very, very important to me. Um, Something that I want to stop, but I find it interesting is this. So I have this baby carrier that I wear all the time. If anybody who follows me on social media see me dancing with my son and whatnot, and I call it the Papa Pouch. So hey Sri, how you doing? So I keep my son in my Papa Pouch a lot. When I'm out and about, I do everything with him in that Papa Pouch. Go shopping, grocery shopping, everything. Because I'm a co-parent, me and his mother, we're not together and we stay in separate houses and locations. And so I basically have to make it work. And I basically have my son every day, every other day at the least. And so when people see me out and about with my son, it's like, for example, I was walking on Broadway a couple of weeks ago, and this brother walks past me and he did like a triple take, right?
Uh-huh.
And I stopped him like, yeah, what's up? He like, man, you don't see that. You see the women carrying the babies. I say, it's a new day, brother.
Hello.
It is a new day. But what's surprising to me is everywhere I go, when people see me with my son, like, and they see me with him so much, like, I got people literally in my neighborhood that pull up on me, like, right on, brother, right on. You always got your son out here. He always with me. And I'm like, is that many black fathers not seen outside with their sons?
Well,
Like,
let me say this
you
because
know?
I looked at the statistics, brother. I looked them up. In America, compare in Ohio by itself, compared to United States statistics, we're looking at 65% single parent households. In Ohio, and actually United States is 64%. So we're actually higher than the national average right now in terms of single parent.
What?
And
What?
African Americans, they have the term African Americans because we did the research to try to find out.
Uh-huh.
Well, it has to be a trial because when I lived in, the southern states like in Georgia and Alabama, all we had
Mm-hmm.
was black fathers with their families.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is the disconnect here in Ohio? What's the difference here? I mean, it's a family-oriented place in comparison to right here in Ohio.
Went out. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Service.
It's okay. You're
Okay,
back
you still there? Okay, bet.
here.
Yeah, okay, okay,
We
okay.
here.
You still there? I'm
We
about
can
to get my
still.
I'm about to get my AirPod
Okay.
and put that in. Yeah, but I was listening to you about the stats and everything that you were
Yeah.
saying.
you know, um, and then when you think about it like that, you think about the statistics. I'm like, where did they get the statistics from? Isn't it always amazing to see a man with his child? More important, we need more fathers out here. This is the year of the black father, I do believe, and to
Yeah,
see that positivity out in the community. But I've watched your story, and I've watched you, and I've watched so many other men, and the bitterness that they have to face from women when they're no longer connected to that woman. How do you deal with those type of situations? I think we lost you. There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we cooking. We
We could.
cooking now. We about to cook. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
uh,
it's that's definitely something. I just think that really being a black father is
mhm.
different from being well, oh let me say being a black or brown because even Hispanic
You breaking up.
people, when you
Okay.
think about fatherhood and you think about the imagery that we cool now?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
going now.
And we think about the imagery that we see about fatherhood, and you seldom see like black and brown fathers represented,
Right.
in that space. You see commercials, you see television programming, you see this type of stuff. So it's kind of like there's a there's already a motif being presented or superimposed over what black fatherhood is and what black fatherhood isn't,
I agree.
and that motif has not been put together or agreed upon by black fathers.
I agree.
It's people outside of that realm, and we are, black fathers. The difference between, like, say, you got a white father and you got a black father. That white father is going to educate and raise his son or his children to go into positions of power and things of that nature. Um, Teach them certain things about finances and how to move, move through corporate America and society and things of this nature. Now, when it comes to a black father, he has to teach his son all of that, plus how to stay alive.
Yes.
You see,
Yes.
the black father is the only father that has to constantly teach and train his children to survive.
Yes.
You see, and I've never there's stuff that I fear now that I never feared before.
Right.
Like I'm not a fearful person, but I was saying now that I have a son, it's like I have to really be conscientious of everything that I do, everything that's going on around me, everywhere I go. Like if I hear that certain places are real violent places and stuff like that, I ain't going to Marys. I don't have that to do.
Yes.
You know, there's
Yes.
stuff that I never had to consider that I have to consider now because I have a young black male whom I have to rear in such a way because, like, I look at some of the young children now whose parents is like, "What's up? You gone, bro? Okay, yeah." I look at some of the young parents, the kids basically now that I mentor to in the community, their parents are like 36, 37 years old. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are not even 40 yet. And I look at some of the behavior of these youth, like I put a poster the other day, like adult children, these young children are now calling adults and their parents bro.
Oh, I
Like
saw
I
that too.
I
Right.
don't get that.
Right.
Bro is short for brother. How do I
Right.
look calling my mother bro? For one, she's not a man,
Right.
but we know what's going on. It's things take place in society that really kind of want to like blur different lines, and so certain things become become unacceptable.
Right.
And
Right.
I
It's
don't
not
think that it's acceptable for a child to address its parents first and foremost, and adults as bro.
right.
You see, I was raised where you say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Yes.
Period. Whenever you address any type of adult. So as I raised my son, and he's only 10 months old now. However, I want to imbue him with a respect for adults, not just saying just because a person is adult, you listen to them or whatnot and do what they say. Not that, but I initially want my son to be known for his respect and his character
Yes. Yes.
because I think that's what's missing: the respect and the character. You see, some of these youth, we can't really blame the youth. You can only blame the youth for about 20 to 25% of some of their craziness, right?
Yes.
Because I've had to go to some of the homes of some of these young men and women that I mentor, and they parents,
That's crazy.
you see what I'm saying? They parents be worse than them, so I see where they get it from.
Yes, absolutely. But they don't want to talk about that. That's the truth.
No,
That is the truth. The parents.
and yeah, and the thing about black fatherhood, right? That I was saying is it's not it's not looked at as something really. You see,
But it's
because the black man's role in the definition of who the black man is, especially to his counterpart, is not understood. And this is what I mean by that. So
how do you
family,
how do you offset that though?
so
Because
so yeah,
I heard you talk about the media. That's major.
uh-huh.
I heard you
Mm-hmm.
talk about community. I hear you talk about,
Uh-huh.
your son and definitely the term of bro that seems to be
Yeah.
new all over the internet. It's like they're like sponges right now.
Yeah.
So how do
Yeah.
you combat that in the community? Because at some point we've got to put that respect back into the community, you
Yeah.
know.
I, I think how we do that is that there has to be a collective um what I call it, a collective cultural paradigm, or some people say paradigm. I say paradigm. There has to be a collective cultural paradigm for the interaction of black men and women that we use as a standard.
Right.
And so, for example, I spoke about this the other day too. I said that the black woman is the most inappropriately accessible woman in society.
I saw that.
And this what I mean by that is that literally any man of any other nationality, race, class, or whatever can approach a black woman whenever, however they see fit.
Yep.
You can't do that with women of other races. You can't just walk up on one of these Arab women and start talking to them. It just
Yep.
doesn't happen. Those Jewish women, you see them out and about in the circle, you can't just walk up to them and start talking, right?
You're not
But
Asian.
yeah, the Asians, like you can't just do that. That
No.
because their culture has certain traditions and customs built into them that prevent that type of interaction. And the
Well,
reason that,
that's the problem.
huh?
We don't
Yeah,
really have a culture. We have a created
it,
culture. You know,
exactly,
created
exactly.
culture. But I think a lot of it comes from us not knowing who we really are.
Who we really are.
That I'm talking about on that deeper level. Four
Yeah,
corners
yeah,
of the earth spread out to four corners of the earth. You don't know who you are. You don't
that's
know who
right.
you are, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And when
yeah.
you
So
start
it's
and
yeah.
sharing that information with them to say this is who you are, they look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what it's about. It's like really understanding that as a black man and as a black father that I have to give my son some some standards. And I
Yeah.
don't want these standards to come from social media or popular culture. You
Yes.
see, and a lot of us is seeing like a black man being a father is like seeing a unicorn or something. Like that's how it kind of feels like because I get so many compliments and so many people approach me when I'm out and about with my son, and I guess how I carry him and I interact with him that people just stop and be like, "Whoa, wow!" Like like, and I'm like, "Hey, am I an alien? Am I the only?" But I can say this, right? I
Hmm.
can say this. As much as I be out with my son in his papa pouch since he's been born, I've only witnessed in public one other black man with his son, Ken, his child like this.
Really?
However, yeah, and I go everywhere. You see me like I'm
No.
everywhere all through the city,
Right.
you know. And I was at the Cleveland Museum of Art a couple of months back, and there was like 4 or 5 white dads in there with the Papa Pouch, and I said, "We like the Papa Pouch gang today." And I didn't see no black, but it was just me and like 4 or 5 other white men, and they had their children and they pops, and we just walking around the museum. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's because, you know, because black men haven't defined what is masculinity for themselves. I think they allow certain impressions from popular culture to make them feel like carrying their child on their back or chest is a woman thing and not a man thing. I don't agree with that. You
I,
know, that may be why we don't see it as much, but it is imperative now more than ever that we interact with our male children, especially in this way, because I guess it's some um, I don't I don't know what word I would use, but it seems like if you got a daughter and you a black father, that's the only time that you show emotion and sweetness and stuff. But if you know your child is a boy, then you gotta be mean and aggressive and rough and tough all the time. And that's
well,
no,
no,
no.
I mean that's what
My
boys are.
son likes to get massaged, to
Oh,
sleep. He likes cuddles. He likes stuff that would be traditionally seen as non-masculine or whatever. Like he likes that. He likes to be loved on. And I actually looked up some stuff, and it says that 64% or something of children who grow up and engage in like violent behavior it was found out that they didn't get loved on a lot by their father during
Wow.
childhood. You
Wow.
see, nothing is effeminate or non-masculine about, loving on your boy child.
I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying? I kiss on him, I kiss his feet, I kiss his forehead, I massage my son. He knows that his father loves him,
Well,
you
he's
know.
beautiful. He is absolutely gorgeous. I'll put him on the
Thank you.
video. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
really an honor to be able to watch you as a dad, and to
Thank
see the
you. Thank
smile on your face all the time. And it's
you.
so
Yeah.
encouraging. I wrote on there, we have to be, and Keisha says this all the time, and so does Lisa. You have to be the change you want to see. And so
That's right.
you are inspiring other Black men with their children to do the same. And that is a blessing. And
Thank you.
to me, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going from
Hmm.
fatherhood. So one of the things I know about you is you are a hustler.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and you're leaving a legacy for your son, and
Mm-hmm.
you need more men to do that. But from your smoothies, I want you to talk about those smoothies and some of the things
Okay.
as well in the community. I'm gonna show that video again too, but you
Okay, thank you. So, I am the owner of 22 Roots. It's a health and wellness product business. I'm mainly on Instagram. If you know anybody watching, you want to go on there and check out some of my products. You'll
know,
see pictures of the mayor on there with my juices, a couple of Cleveland artists, a couple of other people who are quote unquote celebrities and whatnot. Timo from Goody Mob, individuals like that have all purchased my products and whatnot. And so I actually started 22 Roofs back in 2019, shortly before COVID had happened or whatnot. Um, and it was something because I actually tapped back into my health and wellness because I was like 225 pounds. I don't look like that, or I was 225 pounds and I had been athletic my whole life, like boxing, soccer, etc. And so as life happens, you pick up weight when you don't do the things you usually do. And I just didn't like the way it was feeling. I had played some basketball, some pickup basketball with my nephew Jaden was probably what, 10 or 11 at the time. He's like top five in the country now. And he wore me out. He wore me out. I think I was what? I was like 40. I was like in my early 40s then,
uh-huh.
my early 40s like that. And I was like, ooh, I need to lose some of this weight. So I tapped back into a lot of my health and wellness notes and things
Right.
I had studied. And I started to put together smoothies, juices, and teas infused with sea moss as well as other natural herbs that's good for the overall health and wellness of the body. And I end up dropping that weight,
Yeah.
getting my health all the way in line, what they would call homeostasis, getting your body back in balance. And I
Hmm.
realized, as I started to share my products with family and friends, and they started to see the results, like my brother was calling me, my aunt was calling, my grandma was calling, like, bring me some more of that juice. I got energy. I ain't never had energy like this for
Yes.
years, or I used to have headaches. I got to taking your juice. So I don't get headaches no more. And they was like, you should start selling it. And I really didn't want to, sell it per se because I'm into community and I don't put the dollar before community. Like if we all well and we stay as healthy as possible and we're thriving together, then I know down the long run we can make some money. But people, I started to meet more and more people. They're like, yeah, that's cool, but get your LLC, get your stuff, turn it into a business. And so I listen and, I'm gonna turn it into a business. So I vend in the community at certain events and stuff. And people reach out to me from all over the country, on my Instagram and they order my products. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing fairly well. I can pay a couple of bills off of it. So, and it's been going since 2019. You know, and we in
Smoothie
2024.
bar? What is it? The smoothie bar? I mean, what did you call it? The smoothie bar?
Oh, oh, so yeah, because I do yoga and meditation as well, I do an event called the Yoga Bar, and
Okay.
basically what the Yoga Bar is I charge I think I charge $10 or $15 per person, and I'll rent out an event space, and I'll set up like a literal bar, but it's all my health and wellness drinks.
Yes.
And for I mean for one little fee, $10 to $15, you can come join me and indulge in all these different teas and juices and smoothies, and also do yoga with me for an hour and a half.
Okay.
So it's the best bar in town. It's the best bar in Cleveland. You
That's what I'm
know,
talking about. I'm gonna
you
show this
know,
video. Hold on. Let me see if I
yeah,
can, because I was like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah, come on through that yoga bar. That yoga bar be on and popping.
let me
You
see.
know.
I think this is it. This thing.
Your body's beat by the window seat. Little eyes look high up in the blues and stars. I wanna surrender to those cosmic skies.
All of that looks good. I mean,
Like, oh yeah, I got. Listen, I just cranked up another product. Now look, this is about to take the world by storm right here. But I'm about to show you this. You see, so
I remember you saying you cook with everything organic or something. Like
yeah.
everything.
So I keep everything uh 100% natural. The majority of my diet, about 85 to 90% of my diet is basically fruits and vegetables, things of that nature. And it's not as hard as most people think it is to eat healthy and eat well, especially nowadays because it has become such a fad, so to speak, to get healthy and do this stuff. So that's kind of a good thing. It's kind of a bad thing. The bad end to it is that because this became so popular, a lot of people are using it for a hustle. You got a lot of people who don't know the herbs that they're dealing with. I've met people, I've went in these stores. Some of the most popular people don't even know what's going on, and so I go in these stores, I meet these people out in these spaces. Like I'm always out in Atlanta, I'm always up in Dallas, Texas, New York. Like I've been to 40 different states and probably twice as many cities. I'll be back in Atlanta at a conference next week, which actually the gathering of the masters. So I'll be there with my good sister, good sister Queen Afua, Dr. Jewel Pookrum, Sister Myra Moss, Yaki Awaken, 19 Keys will be in attendance. Really like so all of the names in international health and wellness from our community will be there. And it's really taking off, but you got to go to people that really know what's going on because they're making sea moss in China now. They're cloning it, and they're selling people stuff that's not sea moss. They're selling people stuff that's not burdock root. They're selling people fake herbs because people don't do their research. I got over 20 years in this thing,
Right,
you
right.
know, but a lot of people,
Difference. I
huh?
mean, how do you tell the difference between China fake and
So look, so this is the thing, Queen, and this what when I tell people this, especially our people, they get sad and downtrodden. Health and wellness is one thing that you can't accept anything on face value. You got to do all the research and study yourself. There's no shortcuts to this. Like I could say, yeah, Queen, make sure you look for this stamp, or make sure you look for this, or get this kit and you can test it and this, that, other. Every day they're coming out with something slicker. You see, so the only way to know 100% is to do enough research and gather enough information so that you know. You see,
Okay.
I don't play with this thing. Look,
You
let me
say
show you. So this is my listen. This is some of my herb closet. So you see, I go up in here, and you see, I got my herbs right here in jars, inside bags, inside jars. This is spirulina. You see, there's no label on here. I
right.
can eyeball my herbs. Spirulina is anti-inflammatory. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? And it's good. Most of the people who deal with arthritic pains, they hit me up about the spirulina.
Okay.
Now they sell spirulina tablets in Walmart. I went there. I went there use them. You see what I'm saying? Herbs, fresh herbs have to be placed inside of jars and stored at a certain temperature.
Wow.
You think they doing climate control at Walmart?
No.
I doubt it.
No. Ah, we lost them. I'm gonna wait for a minute to see if I can get them back. Anytime, you know what happens whenever we are speaking the truth. We lost you. Whenever you're speaking the truth, they don't, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear the truth about anything good for our bodies. But listen, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm gonna bring Rosh Yahsir back on. I'm gonna bring him back on because he is spreading. Oh, there he is. There he is. Hey. Woo! Anytime you are spreading knowledge and truth, anytime.
Yeah.
Good morning,
Yeah.
Queen.
Okay. I'm back. Yeah, my son's mother was calling me.
Oh,
You
okay.
know. But yeah. So I was saying about these herbs, right? So and then this is another thing. When you get them herbs, you know the supplements from certain stores. People go to GNC, Walmart. They go to these places. But what they don't know is that a lot of these companies use gel caps that are made from pork.
What?
Yes. So a lot of the gel caps that the multivitamin stuff come in, they're made of pork.
Oh God! Don't tell me that.
Yes. A lot of the multivitamins that they press, the pills
Pork.
that's pressed,
I know somehow.
75% of that pill is what's called filler. So it's other things like corn and stuff like that, and they only giving you about 10 to 15% of the actual herb.
Wow.
You see, because it's seen as a product. And so whenever you have something that's seen as a product, they have to mass produce it, okay? And it can't be what it's supposed to be when you have to do it like that. And then you don't know the company that's behind these products. You see, you can see me, you can see my face, you can access me, you can call me and ask me any question
You
about
know,
any of my products.
I got some stuff that Elijah and I take. And I'm actually gonna I'm gonna call you Ash. We
Yeah.
went to the store on off of Lee Road. It's like right across the street from McDonald's. You probably know what I'm talking about.
So look, so that is my main man. That's brother Jay. He's
Yes,
next door. And
yes,
then you got brother Greg.
next door.
Yep. Yeah, next to him that got the earth.
The
He's
earth.
official.
Yes. Okay.
You know what? And because his health is waning, so his sight is not as good.
Right.
But I've known brother Greg and brother Jay for at least 15 years.
Okay.
And they've been at that store doing their thing this long. Shout out to brother Greg. Anybody that's in Cleveland, go out to Fifth Avenue,
Oh, I
or
love
that's a sign
that
they got out there. It's called
place.
Fifth Avenue. Go over there. It's on Lee Road, Lee Harbor area, across the street from the McDonald's and the Taco Bell.
Come
right
on.
next to Kava's, the African market. Go there, support that elder because he needs it. He's one of the oldest stores that deals with such a wide variety of herbs in their natural form,
Yes.
not in their commercial form.
In the jars.
There's businesses that have them in commercial form. The first thing I look for is when I go into herb stores is their herbs fresh, put up and put inside of jars.
Yes.
And when I see them inside of plastic, I walk out the store. I
Right.
don't purchase anything.
Well, listen, I know you told me you were on limited time, so you know I'm gonna bring you back
Yeah.
on so we can talk
All right,
specific.
for sure. Anytime, anytime.
This has been an amazing discussion about Black Brotherhood. I know, like you said, be the change you want to see. You are definitely the change that people need to see. There
Thank you. Thank you.
more
Thank you.
people like you, and I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Anytime,
You know,
anytime. Blessings.
sometime for another podcast so we can talk. We can get more into, the health and wellness.
Yeah, yeah.
30 minutes is not enough for health and wellness and fatherhood.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what they say sometimes, a little dab will do you. So
We do,
hopefully,
we
yeah,
need,
so willfully the
we need,
viewers got something out of this. And
yes,
as we depart, I want to leave the audience with this. Remember this. One more healed man from the hood is one less unhealed man in the hood.
yes,
So, let's continue to heal and be patient with the process. And with Black fatherhood as Black men, let us start to redefine what Black fatherhood looks like for us.
yes.
Let us redefine what Black fatherhood is. Because, see, we've been borrowing and using other people's definition of Black fatherhood. And the scope of Black fatherhood is so wide and so vast, and it's made up of so much. And that's what we have to tap into.
I wish my dad was here to hear that because my Black father raised me, and so that's why I honor fathers. I honor Black fathers. So thank you,
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're
thank you for
welcome.
the knowledge, the wisdom, and
Mhm.
let's set a date. You coming back
All
on?
right. All
All
right. You just called me up. I got you. All right. Peace.
right.